Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you totally taken your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You deserve to know what you need to do to get ready to go global. Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Built to Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To order, call 080-912-44449.
I'm here today again to talk about this book, Built to Go Global. The book Built to Go Global is a very important book for all entrepreneurs and aspiring business people, particularly those who are going for retirement, that would like to do entrepreneurship or produce products that they would like to sell in the international market. So today I'm coming to talk to you on the 30 reasons why you need a book Built to Go Global as an entrepreneur. If you are looking for market to sell your product abroad, then you will love this book, Built to Go Global. You will find it difficult to get buyers abroad, then you will love this book, Built to Go Global. If you like a book full of stories about, to drive home the point rather, of the message that is being passed across in the book, then you will like this book, Built to Go Global, because the book is full of stories and case studies. If you are looking for why many business people drop out of export business, then you will love this book. Then you will love this book. If you want to build a successful business in export, then you will love this book. If you want to build a sustainable export business, then you will love this book. If you want to know if you are ready for the export market, because the challenge of readiness is a big deal in export business, then you will love this book. If you want to know if you are ready, that's examining yourself to know if your business and your service is ready for export market, then you love this book. What are you still waiting for? Grab your copy now. If you want to avoid dropping out of export business, then you need to get a copy of this. If you are looking for how to get a partner abroad to support your export business, then you need to get a copy of this. If you are looking for export market with high demand for your product, then you need to get a copy of this. If you want to know the challenges of doing business abroad and how to avoid them, then you will love this book. If you are looking for a template to follow to minimize your error rate in export business, then you will love this book. If you are looking for how to know your customers, we call them the 6W of customers in the export market, how to know your customers or consumers in the export market, then you will love this book. If you are looking for how to boost your capacity to meet export market demand, then you need to get a copy of this. If you are looking for how to mitigate payment risk, then you need to get a copy of this book. That's payment risk in export business. Then you get a copy of this book. If you want to know why business owners, the promoters, fail in export business, then you need to get a copy of this book. If you want your product to be found in big stores like Tesco, like Tilbury, like Walmart, in markets around the world, then you will love this book. What are you still waiting for? Grab your copy now.
Are you an account officer, relationship manager, or marketer in a bank? Are you struggling to meet your income and deposit targets? Are you at the verge of losing your job for non-performance? You desire a change for the better in your career? Then register for the Certified Global Trade Management Professional from the American Institute of Extended Studies to acquire skills needed to solve import-export trade customers' problems and consequently attract the deposit and income of the transaction to your bank. Registration is currently ongoing. Call this number to register today.
All right, good evening, everyone. And thank you for joining. If you can hear me, kindly indicate in the chat. Can you hear me, please? If you can hear me, kindly indicate in the chat box. All right. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining. Remember the book, Built to Go Global? If you don't have the book yet, that's one of the books you need to read first before you contemplate going into export business. It basically tells you why a lot of export business fail and why you need to be ready, and more importantly, how you need to be ready. Remember, today we are still discussing exploring the potential of Nigerian state, export business potential of Nigerian state. And our focus today is on Adamawa. Last week we looked at Abia. So today we are back in, we are in the northern part of Nigeria, and we are discussing Abia State. So we are discovering Abia State in the northern part of Nigeria today. We are discussing Abia State in the northern part of Nigeria today. Sorry, Adamawa. Sorry, we are discussing Abia State. Sorry, we are discussing Adamawa in the northern part of Nigeria today. So if you look at the screen, you will see a YouTube channel, Voice of African Trade. If you want to have us to this video after today's session, kindly visit that YouTube channel, subscribe, like, share, drop your comment, and remember to click on the notification bell so you will know when we upload this video. If you also want to have access to this link every week, you might need to join our Telegram channel. The Telegram channel is called African Business Export Platform. Now, if you join that platform, you will be able to have access to the link every week for you to be able to join this program. So if you are new on this program and you like to be on the Telegram channel, I'm dropping that for you right now. If you click on the link you have in the chat, you can have access to the Telegram channel. So today we are moving on to Adamawa with the capital in Yola in northern Nigeria. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, we start immediately.
Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you told what it takes for your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You deserve to know what you need to do to get ready to go global. Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable way? to make more volumes, get economy of the world tighter, built to go global. Is scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To order, call 080-912-44449.
All right. So as usual, every week in this program, we look at 7 items. The first item is a preamble, which is like a reminder of what we think we should be doing as far as export is concerned in Nigeria. Then the peculiarity of Adamawa. Then the profile, depth profile, and the income profile of Adamawa. Then the potential export opportunity in Adamawa. That in terms of product. Then the purchasers of those products that Adamawa is capable of producing. And then lastly, we talk about the profit. So we talk about the proposal to the state government and the profit. And remember, the idea behind the proposal to the state government is to help those that will be attending this program, and of course, video is available online, to be able to ask critical and important questions for those that want to lead the state as we go into the general election. So we'll start with the preamble. This is the logo of the state government of Adamawa. And you can see the map of Adamawa local government, Adamawa state, and the different local government in the state. We'll be looking at each of these very soon. So preamble. Why must Adamawa state consider export? And by Adamawa state, I mean Adamawa state government. I mean Adamawa state government. Why should it consider export? To avoid over-dependence on federal allocation. To be able to boost the GDP of the state. To be able to create employment. For SME to be able to grow. To decrease dependence. Dependence. And I mean serious dependence on domestic market. That's one of the benefits of export. It allows you to depend less on the domestic market because you also look to the export market. To earn export proceeds and grow the revenue of the state. To earn export proceeds and grow the revenue of the state. It actually also makes farming and rural life become more lucrative in the state. As a matter of fact, it can help the state to gain more recognition because of the contribution of the state to the economic activity in terms of export volume from Nigeria. In terms of export volume from Nigeria. Gain global market recognition. Then home of creativity and innovation. Home of creativity and innovation. The state can become home of creativity and innovation by virtue of supporting and doing a lot in export. It can be an industrialization tool for the state. As a matter of fact, it can help the state to create jobs. Also, it helps the state to know its competitive advantage. It helps the state to know its competitive advantage. Also, the state can lead the way for others to follow by virtue of the volume of export it does. Also, it makes the state to be independent of federal government or federal allocation. The state then have access to numerous incentives that the government have to offer. Numerous incentives. Opportunity to maximize the indigenous of the state abroad. There's so much opportunity with your national or people of your state residing abroad. They can become a very important tool to grow export of the state. It helps the state also to eradicate poverty, to quit the league of state depending on wasting asset like oil. It can help to revive the economy of the state, slow down rural urban migration. There are tax-free opportunity for the state, exporters in the state actually, and utilization of idle capacity of the state of the companies in the state. It also helps to boost the viability of the state, wealth creation for the citizens of the state, help to extract potential of product found in the state, and lastly, yearn for more improvement because of competition, and they can zero in on area of strength in the state. So what do you see in Adamawa? What do you see in Adamawa today? What we see in Adamawa depends on what we get from this state. You know, when I look at Nigerian state, you see state with huge opportunity. You see state with huge opportunity. But very unfortunately, those opportunities are not being maximized. And of course, the reason is obvious. Bad managers and bad leadership in the state. Many people see unemployment. Some people see poverty. Some people see frustration. Some see only the negative part. But you can choose to see opportunities in farming, opportunities in mining, and opportunities in the population of Adamawa State. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, then we'll be discussing
officer, relationship manager, or marketer in a bank. Are you struggling to meet your income and deposit targets? Are you at the verge of losing your job for non-performance? You desire a change for the better in your career? Then register for the Certified Global Trade Management Professionals from the American Institute of Extended Studies to acquire skills needed to solve import-export trade customers' problems and consequently attract the deposit and income of the transaction to your bank. Registration is currently ongoing. Call this number to register today.
peculiarities. What are the things peculiar about Adamawa State? Adamawa State was created in 1991 by the IBB regime. It has 4 administrative divisions, namely Adamawa, Ganye, Mubi, and Numan. The state share another boundary with Borno State, Gombe State, and southwest, in the southwest to Taraba, and east with Cameroon Republic. The state derived its name from Madibo Adama, a Fulani leader who led 19th century jihad in Upper Benue region. Modibo Adama, the son of Ado Hassan, was born at Wuro Keke in Borno State in 1770. During the Islamic Jihad movement led by Sheikh Usman Dan Fodio in 1973 and 19th century, Modibo Adama was recognized as learned Muslim who would lead the crusade to Upper Benue area. Adamawa State is located in northeast geographical zone of Nigeria. It has created in August 27, 1991, made up of defunct Adamawa and Sadana province. It is bordered by the state of Borno in the northwest. Like I said earlier, Cameroon in the eastern border. Topographically, it is mountainous, land crossed by large river valley of Benue, Gongola, Yeserama. The valley of Mount Cameroon, Mandara Mountain, and Adamawa Plateau form part of the landscape. The state is nicknamed Land of Beauty. Now, when you look at the area some of the northern states occupy, it's amazing. And these are advantages they can leverage on to grow and export. But of course, like I said earlier, when you do not have a good leader with vision, it becomes difficult to be able to even see the opportunity in the state. Look at this. This state has 21 local governments. Population, 4.5 million people. Total land mass, 38,700 square kilometers. 38,700 square kilometers. It contains vegetation like Sudan and Guinea savanna. Major crop, cotton, maize, millet, rice, groundnut, yam, cassava, guinea corn. These are all exportable products. How about solid minerals? Iron, lead, zinc, limestone, ginseng, granite, tantalite, feldspar, iron, mica, diatomite, pentomite, kaolin, gold dust, tin, columbite, all in one state. And someone will tell me that northern states are not viable. Of course, they won't be viable if the manager does not know exactly what to do with all these minerals. Opportunities for investment exist: agribusiness, healthcare, tourism, energy, mining. Let's look at the state a little bit further. The state has some competitive advantage. Long international border with Cameroon, opportunity for export. Major livestock industry hub due to large cattle and small ruminant market. High solar radiation with high quality coal deposit. Richly endowed with high quality and quantity of mineral, and also as tourist attraction. Tourist attraction. Tourist attraction. Now, this state, IGR, 9.2 billion naira in 2019 for the budget, 183 billion in 2020. What does that suggest to you? What does that suggest to you? The state depends on federal allocation and loan to survive. Federal allocation and loan. And the goal of this session actually is to be able to demonstrate how this state can be independent. How this state can be independent. Look at the workforce in the state. Unemployment rate, 54%. Underemployed, 26%. Total unemployed, almost 900 million people. Almost 900 million people. Now, so this state is richly blessed, yet with so much unemployment. Laying credence to what I've been saying, that look, these are the questions you should be asking. The election is coming. What are the questions you're asking your governor? What are the questions we're asking the people that are contesting? How do you have these enormous resources and it's not being maximized? Because you don't have the right manager at the right end of affairs. Look at the state. Majority are in the agricultural sector. 80%, out of which 94% are men, 50% youth, and 6% women. Let's go to the profile of the state. The profile of the state. Look at the IGR of the state. Can you see it? In 2020, 8.3 billion in a whole year. This is disastrous. Federal allocation, 52.4. Now, it is so sad. This state cannot survive without federal allocation. But remember this state, do you see the number of minerals that this state have? Do you see the number of minerals? Do you see the level of agri that can be done in this state? Yet, this state, yet, this state, yet, this same state is said to be non-viable. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? How do you explain that? That this state is not viable. How do you explain the fact that a state like this is said to be non-viable? It could only be as a result of bad managers. It could only be as a result of bad managers. With all the opportunity available in the state, see the debt profile. Domestic debt, 98 billion. Foreign debt, $109 million. $109 million. $109 million. Foreign debt. Very unfortunate. But that's the reality of this state. That's the reality of this state, unfortunately. Someone said, leader with dreams, vision, experience should be elected. I agree with you 100%. 100%. 100%. Just imagine the debt profile of this state. This is the reason why it will be difficult for a number of states in Nigeria to grow. Because the debt keep increasing, even though the state have what it takes to be independent. See the IGR, 8%, sorry, 13%. Federal allocation, 86%. So, this is the reason why, this is why some people in the North will fight against restructuring. What did they do with the loan? Of course, it's been stolen. Capital expenditure, 28%. Recurrent, 71%. Majority of that money was spent on recurrent expenditure. According to budget, Adamawa State can build a more dependable economy through efficient and effective exploitation of minerals, such as barite. Global export market for non-exported metal and strategic minerals was put at about 544 million in 2020. National demand, about 300 million. And this state have so much of it. For the state to encourage private sector investment, it must ensure provision of stable energy. Another potential revenue stream can come from coal extraction. The state can also consider revenue that can come from production of poultry. However, it needs to do more and concentrate effort to fully deploy its treasury single account. What is the potential of this state? Agriculture is the mainstay, and having about 80% of the inhabitants of Adamawa state as their source of income. Decline soil fertility, climate change, low farm input, limited investment, and poor infrastructure continue to hamper agricultural productivity and development in this state. Major cash crop produced include groundnut, cotton. Groundnut is either sold in the market or exported to that state. Although exportation figures are not currently available at state level, major agricultural exports from the state include cotton, sesame seed, groundnut, maize, sorghum. Root and tuber, legumes, pulse. Beside the dominant Fulani, Adamawa also inhabited Mumuye, Higi, Kaspa, Magi, Hausa, and a number of other tribes. All these groups, except trader Hausa population, are primarily engaged in farming and fishing. Below are some of the minerals available in this state. Feldspar, all right. Feldspar, gypsum, magnesite, tantalite, topaz, zircon, mica, coal, gold dust, aquamarine, limestone, kaolin, 37 minerals in one state. Major cash crop, cotton, maize, millet, rice, groundnut, yam, cassava, even sugarcane. Now, this state is said to be non-viable because it depends mainly on federal allocation. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, then we discuss.
Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you totally taken your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You deserve to know what you need to do to get ready to go global. Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Built to Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To order, call 080-912-44449.
All right, purchasers. Who are those that will buy this product? For example, this state produce cotton. Do you know the market size for cotton? $53 billion. Who are those buying? Asians, Europeans, even Africans, Americans, China, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and Turkey being major buyer of this product. Being major buyer of this product. Now, look at Africa. The market in Africa alone is 5.1 billion. So it's not just a product that can be exported to other parts of the world. Even in Africa, there's a huge opportunity. From Egypt to Morocco, to Gambia, to Kenya, to Benin, to even within Nigeria, because we import cotton into Nigeria. Can you imagine? Look at onion. Onion, oh, $7.1 billion. This is one of the products this state produce in large quantity. 7.18 billion. Asian being the largest importer, followed by European, followed by Americans. German, Vietnam, India, Japan, United States, and Canada United Kingdom and Netherlands are major importer of onion. Even market in Africa, $318 million. So you know what? Adamawa does not have any reason to depend on federal allocation. From onion, from cotton, the government can make a lot of money. And like I did last week, at the end of every session, I'm going to make a model. Just demonstrate a model. We try to do an analysis of the cost, how the state can do it, just on the surface, but provide enough information for citizens of Adamawa to ask their next governor the right questions. The next one, granite, $3.19 billion. Remember, $1 billion in Nigeria of today is 600 billion naira. $2 billion in Nigeria of today is 1.2 trillion naira. So how much does this state need? The state can focus on a few products, and the state can export it and generate income for itself and no dependence on federal allocation. Who are those importing granite? China, Indonesia, Netherlands, Vietnam, United Kingdom, Germany, Russia, Mexico, Canada, United Kingdom. How about in Africa? 171 million market. Algeria, South Africa, Tanzania, Kenya, Rwanda, Libya. Then sesame seed. Another product produced in Adamawa State with very good export potential, sesame seed. $3.45 billion. Who are the major importers of sesame seed? Asians. From China to Japan to South Korea to Israel to Turkey to India to Saudi Arabia to Vietnam, and of course in Europe, Germany, Greece, France, Netherlands. Let's go into Africa. $167 million. Remember, $2 million is 1.2 billion. $2 million. If this state exports sesame seed, it can generate all it needs to sustain the state. Let's go to soybeans. Soybeans is always amusing to me. Soybeans is one thing we've not taken serious as export as a nation. But you know what I discovered? $55.2 billion. $55.2 billion. All that Nigeria export, from cocoa to cashew to ginger to gum arabic to sesame seed, when you add the total market size together, it's not up to 55 billion. It's about 20-something billion. Soybeans alone, $55 billion. Do you know how many $1 trillion that is? $1 trillion that is? So from China to Japan to Thailand to Iran, remember, about 60% of traded soybeans in the world is imported by this company. This country, China. China alone controls 60% of this market in terms of demand. How much are we buying in Africa? 1.73, shared among 3 countries: Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, major importer of soybeans in Africa. Having looked at this potential, it's now time for us to look at the proposal we have for the government of Adamawa State. Let's go on a short break.
Are you an account officer relationship manager, or marketer in a bank? Are you struggling to meet your income and deposit targets? Are you at the verge of losing your job for non-performance? You desire a change for the better in your career? Then register for the Certified Global Trade Management Professionals from the American Institute of Extended Studies to acquire skills needed to solve import-export trade customers' problems and consequently attract the deposit and income of your transaction to your bank. Registration is currently ongoing. Call this number to register today.
Very, very interesting question. Soya beans actually is going to be one of the biofuel that will replace crude oil. There are research ongoing on how you can generate some of the polymers used to produce gum, tire, nylon. There are research technology now to use soya beans as a raw material for those products, from adhesive to gum to different rubber products from soya beans. And US is leading in that research. So US actually is doing a lot here. Most of the soya beans export is coming from the US to China, and a number of them also from South America. And I explained the reason for the huge demand for this product. So here is my recommendation to Adamawa State. If you look at the value chain of a typical agri business, you have the production, you have the harvesting and transport, primary processing and storage, secondary processing and packaging, marketing and sale, logistics and export, plus distribution. For now, in many states of the country, we have SME operating in all these chains. If the state want to grow the value chain and create jobs, we need to change that model. Currently, the value chain of most agri commodities are inefficient. We have inefficient value chain operator, low processing capacity and low output, few job creation, low quality and packaging, high cost of production, and non-competitive products in the market. Now, look at my recommendation. We need a large corporate to take up two critical areas in the value chain. Let SME continue with the production, empower them, expand them, harvesting and transport. But you see the primary processing and storage, the secondary processing and packaging, that should be in the hand of a large corporate who is not going to be the one to export, but is going to manage a shared facility. He's going to manage a shared facility. He's going to manage a shared facility. This shared facility is going to allow SMEs to bring in their raw materials. And by the time they come back, they are taking finished product, process and package. Finished product, process and package. Finished product, process and package. Do you know what this will do? It's going to expand the SME space significantly, because the SME now are going to be involved in marketing and sell abroad to different markets. They won't need to worry about processing and packaging and NAFDAC, because the factory already have all the certification and they can sell to all the markets. This will help us to have efficient value chain operator, high processing capacity and high output, good quality and packaging, low processing product, low cost of production, competitive advantage of the product is very high. Increase job creation. Decrease inequality. But more importantly, decrease insecurity. Because when you create job, you reduce inequality and consequently insecurity. You reduce inequality because you create job and consequently insecurity. In order to support exporters in your state in Adamawa to enter the export market in Africa, Europe, and America in a secure and sustainable way, the Nigerian states, like Adamawa State, can, number one, partner with representative at destination. Because you need to help, the cost of marketing is high. Support the SME with the market. Set up warehouses for pickup. Set up warehouses for pickup by wholesaler and retailer in the export market. Set up entities, agent and distributor who will support your SMEs in the export market. Partner with independent agent and distributor at the destination market. Organize and sponsor your manufacturer for exhibition in the export market. Before I close, let's look at the profit. Now, I want you to look at this chart on the screen. Please, look at this chart on the screen. This chart is demonstrating something very important. It's demonstrating how the state can make money from sugarcane, one of the products produced in the state. Look at it very closely. This state, if it decides to use 10% of the arable land to cultivate, 10%, that would be 141,000 hectares of land to cultivate sugarcane. Agronomists told us yield per hectare is about 20 metric tons. That's about 2.8 million tons. Sugarcane FOB price is $518 per metric ton. Now, we also got from agronomists that an hectare can be cultivated at 310,000 naira, with cost of farming for this number of hectares of land being 43.9 billion. Now, the state does not have to give the farmer this money. No. The state simply do one thing: give farmer guarantee to buy off them. The state partner with a private entity who will coordinate this process and do the marketing and export. The state provide the guarantee to get the farmer to produce and buy off the farmers. If you convert the $1.7 billion to sell the 3.8 million tons of sugarcane to Naira at 415 is $609 billion. This state budget for 2022, it won 64 billion. The IGR is 8.3 billion. This state can fund all its budget because at the end of the day, the cost of exports is about 85 billion plus cost of farming 150 billion. The total sales 609 billion minus 150 billion. This state can make $466 billion, and it can pay maybe 10-15% to the private entity that supported this initiative. I'm not saying anything new. This is exactly what federal government do with crude oil, Shell, Chevron, do the processing, exploration, and out of what they produce, The state government have some that is sell to generate income. That's exactly what we're saying here. We're basically saying that the state government can export and generate income. Nigerian state government can export and generate income. Look at how it will work. The state partner with a special purpose vehicle in agreed ratio. The state provide fund, while the special purpose vehicle provide expertise. That's the private entity. They have to form farmers into cooperatives across the state. The SPV issue purchase order to farmers. Issue purchase orders to farmers in the state. The SPV issue purchase orders to farmers in the state. Now, issue purchase orders to farmers in the state. As we provide training, input, and support to farmers. As we provide collection centers for harvest. Collection centers for harvest. Yes, we clean and process the product for export. Yes, we source for buyers and do documentations. And the SPB present document to buyers for payment. Prevent documents to buyers for payment. The SPB pay the farmers, share the balance with the state, and the state use its share for development of the state. Use its share for development of the state. A very simple process that can be used by state government to generate income. Look at what this will do for the state government in Nigeria. The impact of the suggested model for state government goes beyond generation. Goes beyond generation of revenue. It has humongous impact on employment generation and increased economic activity in the state. This, in my opinion, is a more effective and efficient enduring model for diversifying the economy of the state. This model can also be replicated by federal government at federal level, especially for exploitation of solid minerals. So today we have looked at Adamawa State. Adamawa State is one of the states that are said to be non-viable because what this state needs in a year, the state cannot provide it. Why? The state depends so much on federal allocation, up to 80%. That's totally unacceptable.
Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you thought of taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You deserve to know what you need to do to get ready to go global. Do you know that there is a science behind making the product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable way? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Built to Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To order, call 080-912-44449. Are you?
All right, if you have not grabbed your copy of Built to Go Global, the book that tells you why export business failed and what can be done to correct the error that people make, basically helping you answer important questions before you go into export business. It's available for delivery to you anywhere in Nigeria as soon as you place your order. You want to have access to this video in future? Visit our YouTube channel, Voice of African trade. Subscribe, like the channel, share, drop your comment, and don't forget to click on the notification bell. If you want to get the link to this program every week, please join our Telegram channel. I will drop the link for you again. Here is the link to our Telegram channel. If you join the Telegram channel, you will be able to get the link to this session every week. We'll be going back to South next week as we discuss Akwa Ibom State.
Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you told what it takes for your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled To Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To order, call 080-912-44449.
If you want to build a global brand, then you love this book. If you want to generate foreign exchange, maybe as an importer or as an exporter, because a number of importers and exporters are having big challenge right now, particularly in Africa, in Nigeria in particular. If you want to generate foreign exchange to fund your import business, then you love this book. If you are looking for a checklist to validate your readiness for export business, then you love this book. If you are looking for how to effectively price your product in a competitive manner, then you love this book. If you want to know the area of capacity building that your business needs to be able to do export business successfully, then you love this book. If you want to know the signs and symptoms of a business that is not export ready, then you need to get a copy of this book. If you want to enjoy the government incentive as far as export business is concerned, then you need to get this book. If you want to gain market share in market abroad for your product, then you will love this book. If you want to know the benefit of selling your product abroad, then you will love this book. If you are thinking of exporting after retirement, then you need to get a copy of this book. If you want to learn why some businesses fail in export business, then you need to get a copy of this book. If you want to know the reason for high mortality rate in export business, particularly in developing countries, then you need to get a copy of this book. What are you still waiting for? Grab your copy now.
Are you an account officer, relationship manager, or marketer in a bank? Are you struggling to meet your income and deposit targets? Are you at the verge of losing your job for non-performance? You desire a change for the better in your career? Then register for the Certified Global Trade Management Professionals from the American Institute of Extended Studies to acquire skills needed to solve import-export trade customers' problems and consequently attract the deposit and income of the transaction to your bank. Registration is currently ongoing. Call this number to register today.
All right, thank you very much. As I conclude, I would like to say more diversified the economy. If you want to create more in Africa, if you want to grow our GDP, create employment in Nigeria and the state, generate boost our foreign reserve, and also increase wealth and reduce poverty, export is the way to go. Thank you very much. See you next week, and bye for now.